Metro, shut your make some drums, nigga. Like, bro, see with that one.
That shit, Metro.
Ew, that's weekend.
Chance?
Chance the Rapper? For what reason?
Yes, me too. Ah, he got me too.
He got.
I said, yo.
Yuck. Why is he singing?
Hey, what is...
I'll make him say, hey, I'm JP. Hey. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone here knows Drake took some shots at Kendrick. He took some shots at Kendrick, and you know what I'm saying? Kendrick, you know, on the Like That, John, he was the first one to say something, even though it's been kind of like a year thing. The whole J. Cole situation happened. The whole J. Cole situation happened. That's besides the point. Either way, Drake dropped a diss track, and he dissed, who did he dissed? Future. He dissed, yeah, he dissed Future. He dissed Rick Ross, Kendrick. He dissed Metro. He dissed The Weeknd. But that was like the gist of it. That was the gist of it. But either way, RDC World, you know, RDC World, yeah, they be getting on their stuff. They made their skit already. How Future and Metro were in the studio after Drake dropped his diss. Exactly, Kendrick, Rick, Metro, Future, etc. Exactly. I don't think he dissed John Morant. I don't think he did. I don't think he dissed John Morant, even though he was name dropped, like not name dropped, but he said, you know, shout out to the hooper that be hitting the gritty or whatever. John Morant was on his side, I believe. I think it was like a Metro tweet. He said like pick a side, and then Metro was like hitting the gritty, and he was like, well, you stay on that side then, meaning that he was on the opposite side of Metro. That's what it seemed to me. It seemed like he was saying a John Morant diss, and then he had a diss to Metro afterwards about like all that heartbreak Twitter stuff, you know, because he was kind of crashing out on Twitter, but he was, you know, hacked or whatever. But either way, how Metro and Future were in the studio after Drake dropped his diss track.
What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga. Get more love in the city that you from, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Yeah, I'm a sick.
Boom.
That nigga, bro, he ain't even on shit for it.
Nah, he cooked you with that
fuck
one.
that shit, Metro. I'm ready to slap
Ew,
that
that's
right
Weeknd.
now.
Ew, that's Weeknd. Ew.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
You already know we got a plan. Come on, let's do this right now.
What is he doing, bro?
Hey, we want to appreciate all y'all for coming to the studio to diss Drake.
What is
Chris
happening?
Brown?
Chris Brown is crazy.
Y'all beefing?
I said, yo.
Yuck. Why is he singing?
All right. See Breezy in the studio. That's cool. That's cool. To diss Drake again for the third time.
saying that his luck's up.
We about to drop a comment.
Yo.
Why is everyone here?
Yeah, it's me.
How the hell you got beef with Common?
No.
Yeah, he got me back in Stay Scheming, remember?
That's so crazy. It's
Alright,
just
man,
years
see, I
and
told
years
you,
and
man,
years
Drake be tripping,
piling up, bro.
He dissing
Piling
everybody.
up.
He diss Common. Y'all, bro, I think he should let that go. But man, yeah.
No, for real though.
Hold on. It's a few niggas in the studio. I just don't. Chance?
Chance the Rapper? For what reason?
Yes, me too. Ah, he got me too.
He got.
Chance, what did he do to you? He dissed me on draft day, remember? Pick a name like Chance the Rapper. Come on.
That's just a name drop. That's not a.
You doing it.
Bro,
Chance, bro, get up out
come
of here,
on
bro.
now.
Get out of here, Chance.
Oh, this some bullshit, man.
We just gonna put it like, come on.
Why do you walk out?
Alright, hold on. Pause all of this, man. Some of y'all should be here like Pusha T, Rick Ross, I guess, after Drake gave you all them fucking hits. Wait, where Ross go?
Don't ask about the boss, he right here.
That's so crazy.
So,
Don't ask about the boss. He right here.
I went and I laid a track down.
Yeah, he already made his track.
The
He
beef
made
is
his drop.
over.
Yep, here you drop.
What are you talking about, Ross? You was supposed to wait.
See, the thing about being a boss, you don't wait on nobody.
Okay.
You make your own decisions.
Yuck.
Alright, Rick Ross. You.
And another thing, I'm
What
really
else?
proud of everybody.
Alright, I said alright, but we're trying to do
No, we're
something.
not for all that.
Alright, Rick! Damn! Alright! You know what? I just don't know if we can make hits with everybody in this room. Like, Luda, bro! What is Luda doing?
Luda?
You and Drake don't like each other? Stand up!
Wow.
Man, go film Fast 11, bro. I'm not listening to you. Most definitely get the fuck out of
Factor
here.
11. Most definitely.
What? Hey, what is...
I'll make him say, hey, goodbye. Hey, I'm JP. Hey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no. Hey, bro, hey.
Put
man,
that song on, bro.
Hey, we calling the album off. The album's
Nah.
off. I don't care, bro. Drake got...
I'm JP. Like, bro, that's
round,
crazy.
No,
we can't do this.
Come on, bro.
Oh my god.
You ever hit her? You
What's
ever
up,
make
y'all?
a hit her knees?
RDC World here. Now I know y'all wondering what we got coming up next. Let me tell you.
Manga.
Short film.
Drink
Imagine
on.
that.
Short
We've
film.
been filming. We've been filming and filming in hours and hours and hours, and Drake.
I want to hear this, but I know you guys don't really want to. No, so I'm gonna go to the next video. Wait. You're this far in the video and you still haven't subscribed or liked. Do you not like me or something? I may be Biscuit but no Bev, but here's one for you. Just like and subscribe. Do it, please. Get back to the video. This is the breakdown, and this is how Drake diss track just changed hip hop. Let's talk about it.
Weeks of waiting, Drake has finally responded to Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin, and everyone else who has been coming at him with an insane diss track, and as what seems like the entire rap game has turned on Drake. The pressure has been at an all-time high for him to deliver, and with this song, he definitely did just that. So in a rap world where everyone has been moving against Drake in an all-out musical war, the pressure's been on for the OVO rapper to actually respond to the guys who he has had so much tension brewing with for years, and with this new diss track, Drake has shown that he is ready for battle as he comes firing at his rivals in full force. Now on this diss track, Drake has 5 main targets who he attempts to humiliate, with them being Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, and Rick Ross, who of course all just dissed him on Future and Metro's album We Don't Trust You. And while Drake fired at all these artists,
that was crazy.
The one who he seemed to spend the most time coming at is Kendrick Lamar. And considering the fact that these two have been throwing subliminals at each other for over a decade, and also that Kendrick just came at Drake with one of the most insane verses that rap has seen in years on Like That, Drake had to fight Kendrick with everything he has. And while somebody like Drake
make some drums,
that's on himself when trying to diss K-Dot, Drake made sure to at least say things that actually could hurt him, although when you look at the shots that Drake threw in their entirety, he made one mistake that may end up costing him this entire feud. But before we can understand that, we have to look at the way Drake designed this performance to not just clap back at Kendrick, but to play on and subvert the very ideology of his sentiments on Like That as a whole. Whether Drake responds to Kendrick's Prince outlived Michael Jackson bar with a line like, "What's a prince to a king? He is son," or he says, "You won't ever take no chain from us," to fire back at Kendrick's line, "I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos." The way Drake plays on a lot of what Kendrick said on Like That shows that Drake didn't just do his homework coming into this battle.
It's funny. It's actually funny because of this diss. It made me want to make a diss track on my friends. Is that crazy? That might be crazy. But I now want to make a diss track, and I kind of already did make a diss track on my friends, and I just like 6 people. But you know, it'd be like that sometimes.
But also that he's still able to dissect all of the chips his opponents threw out against him and throw them right back in their face, and in a battle of this level, this is a skill that can help him hold his own at all times. A lot of the shots Drake throws at Kendrick are both pretty clever and funny, such as when he disses Lamar's shoe size with a bar like, "How you been stepping with a size 7 men's on." And the whole bit where Drake clowns Kendrick for doing features on pop songs with artists like Maroon 5 and Taylor Swift is a nice dig at Kendrick for
bro, I remember I literally went back to those songs one time. Like I went back to like a Taylor Swift song. It was Bad Blood. The Bad Blood was only, like one of the only Taylor Swift songs I was like, that joint was cool. Tell me why I had no idea Kendrick Lamar was on that beat. Like I probably knew that eventually at one point in my life, but I went back to it. I was like, featuring Kendrick Lamar. Featuring who? You know, I was like, featuring who?
But as these disses are nothing more than just some light jabs, they are not defining what this diss really means for the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, as Drake takes much bigger swings at him in the track, but the question really is, does he land them? Now, one of the main ways Drake tries to clown Kendrick is by saying that he is just as inauthentic as any other artist in the music industry, and beyond this, whatever Top Dog Entertainment orders him to do, he will instantly follow. And despite Kendrick not being on TV anymore, which makes a lot of this feel like
Kendrick Lamar was, bro. Look, watch this. Bad Blood. Taylor Swift, Bad Blood, featuring Kendrick Lamar, bro. And then he had a song with Maroon 5. Kendrick Lamar. I don't know what song it was, but he had a song with him. Don't Wanna Know. He had the song. I don't wanna know, no. What's taking you home, and love you so. Like that song was cool. Kendrick Lamar's on that, bro. So Drake had some. He was spinning. It was like, hey, you on these?
This is one of the strongest angles that Drake tries to come at Kendrick with, as he alludes to the fact that Lamar is getting legally extorted by the label, and with Drake having signed a $500 million contract with Universal where he keeps his masters, he most likely does have the edge to knock Kendrick about this on some level, but regardless of splits and deals. Talking about how bad a record contract may be is only going to push Drake so far, but his disses don't stop here. Now, while Drake responding to Kendrick's Big 3 claims and saying that Travis Scott,
got you wiped down,
SZA
got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down
before him may seem pretty random and strange.
It's just it's number-wise.
What's really significant about this here is that Drake name drops SZA, who was on TDE alongside Kendrick for years, and
crazy.
with a move like this, while also talking about how Top Dog's management takes at least half of what Kendrick Lamar's music made. He's being really tactical as he's doing all of this to try to tear up Kendrick Lamar from the inside. And beyond this, Drake does not stop here, and possibly for the worst, as overall, the line that is going to end up holding the most weight from this track.
Those remixes though? No. If the music video has a feature Kendrick, that the song that Kendrick Lamar was on for Bad Blood said featuring Kendrick Lamar. That joint has 1.6 billion views. The music video, yes. So Kendrick Lamar is that's not a remix. Don't Want to Know might have been a remix, but either way, he still appealed to the mainstream. Either way, he hopped on the song with them. So
track, when we look at it in its entirety, is
and
when
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
It's
just that
with some bodyguards
like
Whitney. And while on the surface,
bodyguard,
this
Whitney
is just a
Houston.
line where Drake is boasting and making a reference to Whitney Houston and her
Houston,
starring role in the film
of course,
Bodyguard.
But
when you understand the fact that Kendrick Lamar's wife's name is Whitney, you realize that this bar serves as an attempt to get under Kendrick's skin with a reference to something in his private and personal life, and by doing this, while it may seem super diabolical and show that Drake is operating on a level where he is willing to destroy anything in any way possible, when you know all the facts, you really gotta ask yourself if Drake has learned at all from his last massive feud, because after mentioning Pusha T's wife's government name on his track Duppy Freestyle, Push came and handed Drake the biggest L of his career with the story of Adidon. But overall, aside from this possible mistake, Drake responded back to Kendrick with about as good of a performance as he could have, as his shots were calculated, diabolical, and well written, but with Drake relying on some of the same methods he used in his beef with Pusha T here. This could have given Kendrick all the motivation to do something truly nuclear against him, but beyond dissing just Kendrick, Drake threw a lot of smoke at Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, and Rick Ross, and out of all these artists, it seemed like even Drake was shocked that he had to diss Rick Ross. Now, despite how shocking it was for Drake to see one of his most loyal collaborators turn against him, it seemed like Drake shut down Rick Ross as he dissed him from every single angle he could have, but just a few hours after Push-Up surfaced. Ross has already fired back with a diss of his own, as he has shown the power of competition in hip-hop, as with his back against the wall, Ross was able to craft a track that definitely warrants a response from Drake, as Ross said some insane things that actually revealed why he turned on Drake in the first place. From Ross saying how Drake's failed at running a label, to questioning Drake's own credibility because of the persona he tries to portray himself through. Ross throws out some pretty solid shots at Drake, but beyond the jabs, what makes this cut insane in its own regard is where Ross says, "Told you, stay scheming, I predicted my fate," which is obviously referring to his collab with Drake and French Montana, and with Ross's message on the song being very clear about the fact that he will always be by the side of his friends. Later in the track, we find out that he wasn't just defending any friend, but French Montana of all people, as Ross says that Drake threatened to take legal action against French to avoid having a collab of theirs on his latest project, Mac and Cheese 5, and regardless of what you think about French. This is wild for so many reasons, as beyond
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like listen.
Take legal action against French to avoid having a collab of theirs on his latest project, Mac and Cheese 5, and regardless of what you think about French.
That's kind of crazy.
This is wild for so many reasons, as beyond showing just how loyal Rick Ross is to his collaborators. We now know that Drake went as far to threaten an artist who has worked with him so closely in the past with legal action. Now, the only thing that holds this diss track back is the fact that Ross drops this insane information just by blabbing on at the end of the diss, and not actually by rapping it, but still, for the insane things he revealed about Drake, and for taunting him with details that were placed in the track, like the clip where Drake says his favorite rapper is Rick Ross. While he won't definitely get the fanfare that Drake has gotten, it's clear that Ross and Drake are going to have even more back and forths if either of them wants to walk out as the clear winner against one another. Now, right behind Kendrick, the rapper who Drake comes at the most here is Future, and as Future has had some of the most successful moments of his career while working with Drake, Drake had a much stronger angle to enter the ring against him with, as he immediately comes at Future on this track, talking about how he gave him his first #1 song, and throughout the rest of the cut, he taunts both Future and Metro, saying that they are seemingly obsessed with him, and while not the craziest line technically, Drake telling Metro to be quiet and make some drums is one of the most...
Metro, shut your... Make some drums, nigga. Like, bro. Crazy disrespect. I love it.
most memorable moments on the entire track and is definitely going to stick in people's heads all the way to the point where Future and Metro will have to respond, otherwise it will seem like they already
That was
lost.
the best bar
Now,
you
after
could have done,
over
bro.
a decade of tension, another artist who got some shots thrown his way on this track was The Weeknd, as Drake came at him for seemingly abandoning Toronto and faking his relation to their city.
So
But
you're not
he doesn't
even
stop
from Toronto,
here,
for
as
real.
he clowns The Weeknd for giving Future and Metro so many features and also allowing his manager to apparently blow a lot of his money away. Now,
Right.
as The Weeknd's a singer, it'll be interesting to see how, if he at all, engages further in this
That's
feud.
facts.
While these are the 5 main artists to receive all the shots from this track, beyond the disses, Drake also makes it a point to mention J. Cole on this cut and his recent move of apologizing to Kendrick, as Drake says that he doesn't care what the guy he just did a joint tour with thinks, because in his eyes, Kendrick Lamar's verse on Like That was weak, and while we all know Drake doesn't even believe that himself,
Yeah.
this is the type of energy he really needs to
gotta
channel
get
at
the
this
energy.
moment
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hold his
no,
own
for
in
real.
this beef against Kendrick. So overall, looking at how Drake went against so
Yuck.
many heavyweights in the industry who
Drake,
are
move
dissing
off.
him with only the help of a DJ Academic sample, it's pretty impressive to see how much damage he was able to deal here, and while Kendrick in the grand scheme of things is really not fazed by any of this despite how hard it may have been, and if anything, all of these shots are only going to make Kendrick's diss even harder. For everybody else,
I'm ready,
Future
bro. I
and
can't
Metro
wait. I
Boomin
can't
are going
wait.
to have to do something diabolical to get an edge over Drake and for The Weeknd. While he walks out of this
That
looking
is a
the
hard
best
shot.
out of him, Future, and Metro, he still needs to go against Drake in a way of his own. So overall, this track definitely succeeded in what it was trying to do for the most part.
Bro,
Now,
the
with
amount
a
of
lot of the people
boom, boom,
coming
boom
at
all over
Drake
the place,
seemingly
bro.
being put to rest for a while with
Well,
this
this is a
track, we are now
20v1
left looking at the center stage
Prince
matchup
to a
of this
king, he my
entire
son.
beef, which is of course Drake
That's what's
versus
up,
Kendrick Lamar. The balls have been placed right back in Kendrick's court, as after getting the most direct and personal shots that have ever been thrown at him in his entire career,
Dang.
it's now time for Kendrick to prove once and for all who the king of this generation
what's
is,
about to
as
happen,
Drake
bro?
has stood up and
What's about to
challenged
happen?
him in a way that no other rapper has ever. And while
See,
Kendrick
like when it comes to these type of things, right? I always feel like off about it because, yeah, it was a Drake had a great diss track, but the thing is, when it came to like, you know, Drake's diss track, he had to throw shots at multiple different people versus Kendrick or whoever else is going to throw a diss track is going to be subjected to just Drake. So while Drake's bars are, even though he did a great job, even though his bars are kind of thin across so many different people, everyone else has just one main target to go after. So they can literally, every single bar can be about him, while, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's already at a disadvantage. Like, obviously he's at a disadvantage, like a dang, or 20v1, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Like, I've always felt off about that. That's how I was feeling when I was doing my diss track, because, you know, I'm an elements or something.
still may be the favorite in this beef, Drake is definitely going to push him to the limit. This is really amazing for hip-hop, as we are witnessing a battle unfold between the two most important rappers of our generation, and no matter what side you are on and who you want to win, just appreciate watching these two go at it in a way that is truly changing everything in
Looking
rap
on top
music.
5.
So let me know, what do you think of Drake's new diss track, and who do
It
you
was
think got
great.
hurt the worst, and
It was
who do you
great.
think is going to come out of this situation on top? I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you want to see my video where I rank every album that's ever been released between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, all
That's
in order to
crazy.
find out who the best artist of them truly is, check out the suggested video.
Yuck. That was good though. The good video. Appreciate you. But yeah, this whole Drake Kendrick, this Drake Civil War type timing is wilding right now, bro. This is actually wilding. I'm here for it, bro. I'm here to hear all of it, bro. I'm pretty neutral, even though I listen to more Drake than any of them. But I'm pretty neutral. I'm here for the disses. I want to see what happens. I want to do some research. It's cool, bro. I want to see what more they come up with, bro. And if anyone else is gonna get brought into the mix, because you know, like Travis, Savage, and SZA was all brought in, and Kai Cenat, bro. Thinking Kai Cenat, bro. You're linking up, like, bro. GG's.